Hello, everyone, and welcome to Here, There, Anywhere, the podcast for all who wander. Today is Monday, May 11th. Gosh, it's Monday already. It feels kind of like a Monday. Can't really say that I'm too surprised, but thank you guys again for tuning in on this lovely Monday evening. All right, so per usual, go ahead and subscribe to the podcast. Make sure you turn on your notifications. You won't want to miss a single episode. And if you are new here, welcome. We're so glad you decided to join us. And feel free to catch up on all of our episodes after you have, of course, listened to this one. This is podcast episode 6. Can't believe we've had 6 episodes and a bonus thus far. Our season 1, I should say, will be wrapping up very soon. But don't worry, of course, we're already making plans for season 2. But anyhow, go ahead and subscribe to the podcast as well as follow us on all of our social media at HTAnywhere on YouTube, Instagram, and TripAdvisor. Now, today's topic, really fun, exciting topic for me. I'm sure for all of my previous listeners, welcome back for 1. And for 2, you've heard me talk so very much about TripAdvisor because we definitely use it and we love it. So today's episode is called Trippin with TripAdvisor, Planning Made Easy. I hope today's podcast really gives you some great insight on the features that TripAdvisor offers other than commentary and photos. So now that we've gotten that out the way, usually we do have some daily world news, but I'm not really feeling the news right now. So we're going to hop right into today's topic. Let's get tripping with TripAdvisor, shall we? Okay, so like I said, a lot of you, whether it is via this podcast or on our actual YouTube channel, have heard me speak so much and so highly of TripAdvisor. This is one of the main tools, definitely top 3 tools that I use when I am planning a vacation of any sort. Now, actually, for all of my viewers out there who are watching this podcast, which you can watch, by the way, on our YouTube channel at HTAnywhere, if you look through some of our uploads, you will see that we have a video already specifically dedicated to TripAdvisor and its trip itinerary feature. Just the itinerary feature is what we feature in that upload. So if you want some more information on that in particular, which we will hit on today, that YouTube upload is available for you to watch, and it's really great. It goes in depth as to how the trip itinerary feature works. So since I've already mentioned it, I guess I'll start off with that feature. So TripAdvisor allows you to go in, set up a profile, which takes like 2 seconds. And once you set that profile up and you start planning out your vacation, it allows you to make an itinerary, which I find to be fantastic, regardless of whether or not I'm traveling with one other person or a group of people. Now, what I love the most about this feature is that it allows you to include every aspect of your trip, from your travel. So if you purchase your airfare or what have you through TripAdvisor, you can include your travel, your hotel, your things to do, your food, all of it in one itinerary. You can label it however you want, whatever name you want it, and you can have as many itineraries saved to your profile as you would like. Now, with this, you can also go in and say if you're the quote-unquote head person who is in charge of coming up with the itinerary for the trip. Once that is done, you can send your itinerary out to your party members. Now, you can give them all the freeness in the world to go in and not only view the itinerary, but also make changes. Or you can just say, hey, I made this view only. You're the only person who has control over edits to the itinerary itself. And for me personally, it just makes things so much easier, especially when you are traveling in a group, because that way you don't have to have 1,000 people and texts and phone calls and emails asking you about what are we doing? What time are we doing it? Where are we staying? There's a central point of knowledge that has been dispersed via TripAdvisor that kind of helps everybody remain on the same page. Now, with this feature also, I love to use it because I get to see where everything is in relation to my hotel, especially if I'm traveling internationally. That matters a lot to me because I don't mind walking. I just need to know where I'm going and how long it will take me to get there and how far it is going to take, like how far it's going to be from where I'm staying. So that's really important to me. So once you go into TripAdvisor and you've set up your profile and you start creating your itinerary, I personally always start with my hotel first because I don't usually purchase airfare or anything like that through TripAdvisor, but I will go ahead and put my hotel in there so that I can see where it is. And once I start putting my itinerary together, that's kind of like the main thing that helps me put it together. So I can see, okay, this looks interesting. I'll throw that on there. That looks interesting. I'll throw that on there. And then once I've done all of my quick picking, if you will, I can go back and see, okay, so this is relatively close. This is really far. I'm probably going to have to take an Uber for that. So it helps in that regard to show you where you are in relation to the things that you want to do, as well as the sharing aspect with your other party members. So that's one of my favorite features, definitely, that TripAdvisor has, is their itinerary feature. And like I said, if you want some more in-depth information as far as step-by-step how to create a travel itinerary using TripAdvisor, go to our YouTube channel at HTAnywhere. And we do have a YouTube video up specifically for the trip itinerary feature on TripAdvisor. The name of that video is called TripAdvisor Travel Planning App Tutorial. And that is on our YouTube channel. All right, moving right along into my second feature that TripAdvisor has for you. I love that you can purchase anything through TripAdvisor as it relates to your vacation. Anything from flights to car rentals, hotels, even cruises, you can purchase through TripAdvisor. And even better, you can purchase your travel insurance via TripAdvisor also. So I know sometimes people are a little sketchy about the insurance, and you feel like, is it really worth the extra money to pay for once you've gotten down to that actual dollar amount that you're probably going to end up spending? So of course, it's your own personal decision whether or not you want to include that insurance. I have been in situations where insurance for traveling or an event in general has come, quote unquote, in the clutch for me. So I can't down it, but I can also honestly say it's made the difference between whether or not I'm going to do something or whether or not I'm going to purchase it if I really truly felt uncomfortable doing it without the insurance. But you can purchase it. Like I said, if you want it, you can purchase it via TripAdvisor in addition to every aspect of your vacation. So it definitely, TripAdvisor tries its hardest to be that all-encompassing service for you when it comes to travel. All right, so my next favorite feature about TripAdvisor is the custom feed. TripAdvisor will give you a custom feed based, of course, on your previous searches, your previous trips that you've planned through them, or itineraries that you've created with TripAdvisor. It'll create a custom feed based on all of that information. Now, if I log on to TripAdvisor right now, I'll see feeds and they'll be labeled different things. So you have like your traveler's guide feed, your weekend getaways, because we're really big on traveling like weekend getaways. As much as we love to travel and stay away longer than a weekend, we are your regular 9-to-5ers. So a lot of times all we have is the weekend and we will use it. So oftentimes if you ever go through my personal TripAdvisor profile with all of my itineraries, they're weekend trips. So with that information, TripAdvisor will get me some information in a feed for weekend getaways in particular. They'll also show you some trending destinations, which I like to look through because sometimes, we don't know everything. We haven't been everywhere. So extra information of what's quote unquote hot right now is always good, as well as vacation ideas. Again, going back to needing, once you feel like, okay, where else can I go? I've been here, I've been there. I've kind of done a lot of the things that I want to do. What's next? Like, what should I look into that I probably wouldn't have thought of? And TripAdvisor gives you that information also. Now, if you are to go on TripAdvisor and you decide, hey, I want to, build a profile. I want to do some in-depth research. I'm getting ready to plan this vacation with me and my spouse or me and my family or what have you. and you want to use TripAdvisor. Of course, its main feature that everyone knows about, everyone uses, is their review feature, where of course you can go in, leave your reviews on literally anything, and include pictures, include commentary, include whatever you like, and submit it based on your experience. Now, I'm pretty sure this is one of the things that people love the most about TripAdvisor, because it is so very customer facing, in a sense that clients and customers are putting their true opinions out here, their honest opinions out here, and I feel like they are not, TripAdvisor itself is not filtering what's being put up there, in a sense that, like, if one of the businesses gets a bad review, it's going to stay up there because, you know, TripAdvisor doesn't benefit whether or not that company gets a good or a bad review. So they're like pretty neutral. And then also I appreciate it because it allows people to be honest. So I know I've posted reviews up there where, you know, maybe the service wasn't that great. Maybe I wasn't that happy with what I got, and I felt the need to put it on TripAdvisor. And not only does it not end up mysteriously disappearing or getting erased, but those companies are reading this stuff. I've gone through other people's profiles and seen where their comments and things like that are getting responses, as well as my own, whether it's good or bad. So that's something that I can really appreciate with TripAdvisor, is that they allow themselves to be a bridge, a platform that's a bridge between customer and company in a very safe, I guess for lack of a better word, environment. So I know for us, we do have a TripAdvisor profile. Like I said, at HTAnywhere, you can follow us on TripAdvisor. We do reviews on just about anything on our profile. Primarily right now, if you go on there, we have mostly hotel reviews. We do also have some restaurant reviews. So it looks like we did a review for Dazzle, which is a restaurant out in Denver, Colorado. Great review, by the way. Great place. If you're in Denver, go check them out. We also did, we've done reviews for almost, well, I won't say almost all the resorts we've stayed at, because that wouldn't be true, but a lot of the places we've stayed at, we do have a TripAdvisor review for, and there's pictures. So maybe you don't want to sit through an entire YouTube video. You just want to, you know, you have some specific questions. You can reach out to us via TripAdvisor. You can look at some of our photos and things that we've uploaded from our firsthand experience. Everything that we put up here is firsthand. We have done it. These are photos that we've taken and uploaded. So feel free to go and check that out. Now, excuse me. Another thing that I like about TripAdvisor is once you share or create or do whatever you're going to do with your vacation trips or your itineraries, they save them. So if you want to do it again, or if someone has questions, or, you know, you want to revisit some of these destinations, but you don't want to redo the same things over and over, you can kind of go back to your itinerary and make some edits. You don't have to start from scratch. You see what I'm saying? So I just like that it houses all of your previous travel variables, for lack of a better word, so that when you're ready to go back in, you can just go back in and make edits and make changes and go from there. Now, I will say I also love TripAdvisor because it is very user friendly. So anyone could use it. Anyone with internet could use TripAdvisor without any hassle, honestly. Like, I don't really see a reason why anyone couldn't use TripAdvisor or would have a hard time using it. So it's very customer friendly. They go, I won't say they go because they don't go anywhere, but they do reviews for just about anything, anywhere around the world. So if you are looking for some destination specific information, you can find it on TripAdvisor because it's broken up that way. So if you go down like towards the bottom of your page, you'll see where they have like maybe hotel reviews. Like on my screen it says hotel reviews, but it's broken up by different countries, different cities even. So whatever you're looking for, and for me it says hotels because we do a lot of hotel reviews. I look up so much information when it comes to hotels on TripAdvisor. So again, that goes back to that customization of your feed that TripAdvisor will give you based on your searches. So for me, it's hotel reviews, but they've broken it down all the way to different countries, different cities, and it makes it a lot easier if I'm looking for something destination specific. All right. I hope I didn't overwhelm you with too much information with TripAdvisor, but it's such a great resource, you guys. Honestly, I can't say it enough. So I will say, when I am researching or planning a trip, the four things that I will always use when I am researching is Google, YouTube, TripAdvisor, and whatever hotel or what have you, resort, whatever, restaurant website, their specific website. Those are the four things that I'm always going to consistently look at every time I'm planning something. Oh, another thing that I just want to throw out there really quickly. If you are someone who has like special dietary needs, like me, myself, I'm vegetarian, or if you're vegan, or if you're gluten-free, or you're paleo, or whatever. Because TripAdvisor does allow you to post reviews for restaurants, I also love the fact that if I'm out somewhere, like, and I'm traveling and I want something to eat, and I look up, okay, let me see what's nearby, what's close to my hotel that I want to go try out. Not only do they allow you to break it down, like your search based on like time of day, like if you want breakfast or dinner or whatever, or the type of cuisine. Once you've decided where you want to go, they have everything from reviews to pictures to the menu to hours of operation to contact information to the actual website for the restaurant. So it makes picking where to go eat so much easier. You can go ahead and look at the menu before you even get there, so you know what you want. And sending out that information, especially when you are traveling in a group, whether it is with one other person who never knows what they want or 10 other people who can't make a decision, all you have to do is put that information on your itinerary, send it out, and be like, okay, where are we going? You have all this information. You have a menu. You have reviews. You have pictures. You have all this information. What do you want? So that's like one of my favorite features. It's helped me so many times, especially around what we're gonna go eat. All right, you guys. So I hope that information was not too overwhelming. I hope that you found it very beneficial. And I do hope that this will encourage you to go on TripAdvisor and just click around. Honestly, if you just go in there and click around, there's so much information out there that once we are quote unquote back to normal, if ever, traveling will be so much easier because there's so much information on this one platform for you to take in, and it's credible. At least from my experience using TripAdvisor, between the time I started to now, the information, I've always found it to be credible information. So that's always very important to me, even from the articles that they post, because they do post like some informational articles for you out there. Probably will pop up on your feed at some point or another. So I've always found it to be pretty credible, and that's always very important to me. All right, you guys. So we're going to move into our social media Q&A. Well, first we'll put a little plug out there. So follow us on TripAdvisor if you haven't already at HTAnywhere. And in lieu of our next episode, which I will of course tell you the name of that towards the end of the show, we want to know, what is your favorite brunch spot? So with that question, kind of brainstorm A, what your favorite brunch spot is, and 2, see if you can guess what our next episode is going to be about before I tell you. We're going to post that question up on our Instagram story, of course, so you guys can respond to us, and we'll be looking forward to those responses. But in the meantime, in between time, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with Keep the Money, Catch the Flight, Hotel Highlight, Foodie AF, and Globe by the Glass. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Thank you guys so much for sticking around during our short break. Moving right along into Keep the Money, Catch the Flight. Today's flights, I'm going to throw a little curveball at you, are not coming from our usual platform. Today I'm bringing you some great deals from Secret Flying app. The name of the app is called Secret Flying. You can download that in your app store. And today's feed from Secret Flying app It includes some really great deals. These deals are their quote unquote top deals for the day on Monday, May 11th. So, and they are leaving out of different places, going to different places. So make sure that you're listening very closely. Now, all of the deals that I'm going to give you right now, the prices are round trip and the dates are validity dates, meaning that you will need to book your vacation during these times in order for the prices to be valid and be honored. Again, today's daily cheap flights are being brought to you by Secret Flying. Go ahead and make sure you download that app. All right, from Boston to Paris, you can get there for $226 round trip from October to April with Air Portugal. From Miami, you can get to Santiago for $296 from September to February with American Airlines. You can get from Montreal, Canada to Rio de Janeiro, Brazil for $447 round trip with Copa Airlines. You can get from LA to Havana, Cuba for $141 round trip from July to September with Aero Mexico. And lastly but not leastly, you can also get from LA to San Salvador, El Salvador for $149 round trip in June with Copa Airlines. All right, moving right into hotel highlights. We stayed at this particular hotel rather recently, actually. We stayed there for Thanksgiving 2019. We stayed at the AC Hotel in downtown Denver, Colorado. This hotel was fantabulous. This was not actually our first experience staying in an AC hotel. That's a tongue twister. But we actually ended up staying, for the first time we stayed in an AC hotel was in Puerto Rico during the hurricane. When Hurricane Maria first came through Puerto Rico, we ended up getting stuck and stayed in our first AC hotel down there. So shout out to AC Hotel for being such an awesome hotel. So we did, like I said, stay at the AC Hotel in downtown Denver, Colorado, 2019 Thanksgiving, and we absolutely loved it. It is smack in the city of Denver. So if you are thinking, oh, I'm going to be in the mountains somewhere, you're not. You're going to be in the city, which is equally, well, for us anyway, it was equally as great because being out of town, we didn't really, well, did we rent a car? We did eventually rent a car, but that's another story for another day. But primarily, we didn't have a car, so it was in walking distance of a lot of great spots that we could hit being down there. Now, AC hotels for us are very comfortable. Usually when we travel, it's just me and my fiance. So we're always really comfortable, but it's not a very large hotel. It's not, if you're looking for a suite size ordeal, you're not going to find it. But it is really comfortable. It's really cozy. It's really modern, really like a lot of sharp edges, like a Tetris put together ordeal. But it's really, really nice. And we always enjoy it. They're super clean. And we love them. Now, we had a great view from our room across the city. We could see like the whole city line from our room. So that was really great. We really enjoyed the lounge area. I think that's the first time we went to a hotel and we actually used like the lounge. We don't usually go there, but they had this really dope pool table that you could use. So we played pool just about every night. So you do get free, with this hotel, you do get free Wi-Fi. They do offer valet parking for a fee of $52 daily. But if you don't want to pay that, you don't have to. You can definitely find some parking in and around the area. Because you are smack in downtown Denver, there's parking lots and parking decks everywhere. I want to say when we rented our car, we found there was actually a parking lot right next to the hotel, and there's a parking deck right across the street. And I want to say they vary between like $18 and $20 for all day use. So if you don't want to pay that valet parking fee of $52 a day, you don't have to. You certainly do not have to. They are smoke free. They do allow pets. Pets are welcome, one per room. But you do have to pay that non-refundable $50 fee for your furry friend. Keep that in mind. Also, breakfast does not come complimentary. There is a $16 fee for a buffet breakfast, but the breakfast is Very good. I just thought I'd throw that out there. Now, you will notice if you are looking at this podcast on our YouTube channel, you can see some of our B-roll from when we were there. It looks like it's in the same building with the Le Méridien Hotel, and that's because it is. They do share a building, so that rooftop, that amazing bar rooftop, which when we were there was covered in snow, you will share that with the Le Méridien guests, as well as the rooftop gym, which is on the other side of the rooftop bar. So those two hotels are in the same building, and you will have shared access between AC Hotel guests and Le Méridien guests on the rooftop and in the gym. So keep that in mind. But other than that, we really enjoyed ourselves at this hotel. Like I said, in walking distance of a lot of great places to go see and go eat. So make sure that you check out the AC Hotel in downtown Denver. Moving right along to Foodie AF, sticking around in Denver, Colorado. So for all of my vegans and vegetarians and all those who are interested, this place in Denver is called City O City. Like the word city, the letter O, and then the word city again. And it is absolutely amazing. It is every foodie, vegan, veggie lover's dream, because I don't think I've ever been somewhere where the menu, like the menu itself, was very vast and the food was just so good. It was so good. Oh my gosh, it was so good. We go into detail a lot more about the food here in our written blog on our website at HTAnywhere.com. You'll see we have a blog entitled Traveling Vegetarian, and it's broken up into different cities. So it looks like one long blog, but they're broken up based on the cities that these restaurants are in. So scroll down till you get to Denver and check out what we had to say about City O City, specifically about what we had to eat and how we enjoyed it, because we did enjoy it so much. They kind of have this vibe of like a cool hipster ordeal going on. It's really a cute restaurant, and I would recommend that anybody looking for some good food, whether you eat meat or you don't, check them out. They're really great. They're right by the like state capitol looking building. You can see it once you stand outside of there. So they're really cool. And they got some cool t-shirts on sale there too that say some pretty cool stuff. Like one of their t-shirts I remember in particular said Vegan AF. So they're a cool little spot. So please go check them out. And again, that's City O City in Denver, Colorado. Go check them out, guys. All right, Globe by the Glass. Today's drink is called the Colorado Bulldog. Never heard of it, never had it. But if you're interested in making it, all you need is 1 ounce of vodka, 1 ounce of coffee liqueur, 2 ounces of cream or milk, and 2 ounces of cola. And you put that together, and that sounds like it'll bite you. And that's how you make the Colorado Bulldog. All right, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. We're so glad to have had you. Next episode is one that I'm really excited to put together for you guys. It's called Brunch Lanta. As many of you know who have been faithfully listening and tuning in with us, you know that we are here in the Metro Atlanta area. And I don't know when the switch or the turn came here, when, Saturdays and Sundays became brunch days. Like, I remember at one point, like, brunch was like cute and it's a every now and then thing, but now it's like, it's Sunday, like, of course we're going to brunch. What you mean? Like, we're gonna go find the bottom of the bottomless mimosas. So tune in next episode and I will get to talk to you guys about some great brunch spots in Atlanta if you are ever in town whenever this COVID thing is over. And you'll have some good places to go see and go check out. But in the meantime, between time, make sure that you guys check out our Insta story and respond. Let us know, what is your favorite brunch spot? Even if it's not here in Atlanta, I'm sure there's some great places all around the world. So let us know where your favorite spot is. All right, you guys, thank you so much again for tuning in. Make sure you follow us on all of our social media at HTAnywhere on YouTube, Instagram, and TripAdvisor. And we'll see you guys next time. Oh, and make sure that you subscribe to the email list on the website at HTAnywhere.com. Thanks, guys. We will see you next time. Bye.